Hey y'all, how are you doing? Y'all know I'm trying out this camera thing. Those of you who were here at the early morning, y'all know what I was going through with the camera, trying to get used to it. So I'm still trying to get used to it. Let me look and see who's here so we can start our crown chat. I apologize for my tardiness, but I'm still struggling with this camera, trying to get used to having something like something different in my face and getting the hang of it. Egypt is here. Thank you so much. She says, Happy Friday. I hope everyone had a great week. Now let's get ready. Chat if you off work. Bring your drinks and have a seat on the porch. Okay, so we having drinks today. All right. Hey Jam. How you doing? Good to see you. Essence, you made it over. I know you was over there visiting with Jaded. So I'm glad you made it over. Delicia, good to see you. Love you so much. Quiet Storm 87. How you doing? She says, Good afternoon, family. Yes, Miss Barbara Warren. How you doing? Good to see you. Love it so much. She says she's here from California, sunny California. Evangelist and writer Valerie Robertson Smith, you're here. Good to see you. Good to see you. I'm so glad to see the family here. Hey, Brooke. Yes. So I know y'all saw. I know y'all saw the title, and y'all know I be having a whole lot of little crazy titles, and I do it like that on purpose, trying to put a little bit of comedy into it to lighten things up. Hey, KB. Hey, happy to be happy. My sleep angel, Miss Rochelle. How you doing? Mr. Spiller, Black Beauty 81, AVL. Good to see you. All right. So listen, we here to talk about why your business ain't them people business, okay? So I want to kind of dig into it, and we're going to talk about dream killers, dream thieves, and dream killers. There's some people who literally only come around you to see what they can leech off of you. And some people, they don't even want to take it because they want to do something with it. They just want to kill your dreams. So we're going to talk about that. Love my dogs too. Hey, thank you so much. I'm struggling today, but I'm pushing through. I'm just happy to have, like, I want to say the majority of my voice back. So that's cool. Hey, Alondra, Precious Pisces 69. Hey, boo. I love it. Roz, hey. Silver Diamond, hey. Oh, the family's coming on in. Thank goodness. I'm so glad y'all made it because I wanted to really talk about this because I know we got a lot of creative people who are part of the royal family, visitors to the royal family, people who are considering being royal family members, and everybody in between because everybody's welcome, right? But there's a lot of talented people here, and I think that a lot of talented people have had those situations where you maybe wanted to do something and you were excited about it, and maybe you were looking for validation, or you were looking for somebody to understand where you were coming from, and you just wanted to share what you wanted to do because you were excited about it. The problem is we can't always do that because there's some people, everybody's not happy for you. Everybody is not excited for your progress. So you got to keep that in mind when we talk, and it happens, right? Lala Chanel, Jackie H, JC, Melody 1960, Adele Wynn, Baines, LaPrice Faye. All right, Sandra Richardson. Y'all come on in and get comfortable. As you all come in, please, please hit the like button. I'm begging for likes. Of course, I am begging and pleading for likes. I ain't just begging, I'm begging and pleading. Yes, two in a day. Two in a day. We got that early morning in, and those of you who came for the morning, I enjoyed y'all. We had us a good time this morning. Nicole, how you doing? Caitlin, hey, I love it. Caitlin Bear, Miss Keisha, you finally caught alive. Yes, girl, them dream killers, they're real. So we're gonna talk about them today. Hey, Odie from DC, we got a lot of DMV folks up in here. I know that's right. Hey, Pumpkin Spice One, I like that name, and it's a nice picture. All right. Precious Pisces 69. Thank you so much for the super sticker. I appreciate it. That is so, so cool. Let's see who else is here with the family. Oh, our cousin Jaded Nerd is here. Hey, my niece, U.S. Army brat. How you doing? I'm so happy to see you. Yep, y'all hit that like button. Katie B, she's here. Listen, before we get out of here, I got to show y'all something from Katie B, honey, because she is one of our first people to show for the Black Business Spotlight, and she's going to be highlighting her channel. So, y'all, please, when we finish with our crown therapy for the day, stick around so we can support that sister and see what she's got to show us. Oh my God, Jaded Nerd, boy, I'm gonna get you. Thank you so much for the super chat. I appreciate it. You know I love you. Nicole Rianne, thank you for the super sticker. I truly appreciate it. Okay, so D, let's get into this conversation about dream killers, right? And dream thieves. There are situations where you find yourself where you're on the cusp of doing something. You're about to give birth to something. Your creative juices are flowing. You're excited. You're talking to people that you feel like mean you well. And they're trying to, you think they want your progress. So you're telling them, hey, this is what I want to do. And I'm excited about it. Hey, Ty Bowden. And Adele Wynn Barnes, Adele Wynn Baines. I don't know why I keep wanting to put an R there. Thank you so much for the super sticker. I appreciate it. And Mama's baby just made it in the room. Hey, darling. Listen, let me tell y'all something. My baby, this is off topic. She has a birthday coming up on August 3rd. So when we get on the porch tomorrow, we're going to have our front porch gossip, but we also going to be celebrating my baby's birthday because this is the first one to come out of my belly. So we want to make sure that we show her some love up in here in the royal family. Even though I'm still waiting for the first royal baby. So I am putting that out there. So those of you who are members of the royal family, get to work because we need a baby for a baby shower. I am excited to do our first virtual baby shower as a part of the royal family. So all of you married ladies who are part of the royal family, get to work. I need some babies. Y'all bring me some youngins, okay? Hurry up and bring me some youngins. And Nicole Rianne sent me some pictures of a little fella that's so cute. You girl, I could just eat him alive. He's so cute. He got to be the finest little thing I've seen in a long, long time. So there's that. So y'all be ready tomorrow. We're gonna have fun. We're gonna celebrate my baby, my big baby, the person who made me a mama first. Well, not technically first, but authentically change my name to mama. So we're gonna be doing that tomorrow as well on the front porch. Okay. Now, so back to the whole thing that we're digging into is, when we get to those pregnant moments in our lives, and I don't mean pregnant in the way that I want y'all to hurry up and bring me a baby. When I say pregnant moments, what I mean is we're talking about those moments where your mind is at the cusp. You're on the brink of something. Something is about to happen. You can feel it. You know what I'm saying? It's like almost the air around you becomes pregnant and you can feel yourself on the verge of creation. You're about to create something. That's what I mean when I say pregnant, right? Okay, so let me do this because see, Tony Vlogs, I want you to understand this. Um, that's not how we do things here. Now I gave you a matter of fact, I'm gonna bring you up on the screen before I let you know that you out of line before you get blocked. Okay. See, this is what you don't do. When people tell you that they're willing to help you, okay, don't work against yourself. Don't work against yourself because that's what you did. And now I'm gonna block you. I told you, become a channel member and let us promote you properly. You don't come in my stream and behave in a disruptive fashion because you will find yourself blocked and there's no apology. Now you're not welcome here. And that's something that I don't want to do. I want absolutely everybody to feel welcome here. This is a place where we promote Black business. This is a place where we promote and protect Black people. So if you want to come and promote your channel, I told you last time how to get it done. That is not how you do things. And that's for anybody. If you want to be promoted, please come join the family. I've even made it clear if you can't afford to do it, I will personally help you until you're able to handle things on your own. And some people already can attest to that. And I'm not even somebody who's going to tell your business and say, oh, I helped this one, I helped that one. So I'm not that kind of person. You come in and you do things the right way. Respect everybody. Okay? Now, Tony, I don't mean no harm, but you're no longer welcome here. Okay? Now back to what we were talking about, what I'm talking about. So in those moments when you're feeling creation, you feel yourself swelling up, with creation. You can feel the energy coming in. You got all these ideas. You know exactly what you want to do. You got blueprints in your mind. And it's like when you're on the verge of creating and you're so full of that energy, you want to spill over. It's your instinct to want to share that with somebody. You want to share it with your tribe or the people you think are a part of your tribe. It's a natural instinct to want to share. And what's crazy is we should be able to share with the people around us what we're doing and how we're planning to progress and all these beautiful creative things that we're ready to do, right? But you can't always do that. And so I know everybody loves to say discernment. Everybody's discernment is not as strong as the next person. I may pick up on something and you may not. Other people in your life may pick up on it and other folks may not. So discernment is one thing, but just be careful about sharing your dreams because there are people who will, one, I want to talk about the dream thieves first. They will literally wait until you divulge your creative energy. See, there's certain things that happen in your life that make you creative. Sometimes your creativity, the word ain't want to come out. Sometimes your creativity is a result of your experiences and things that you've gone through, traumas that you survived, beautiful moments that have happened that just caused creation to naturally come about. And there are people who don't have them because they're not living in their own truth. Some people are truly living fantasy lives in front of us every day. They have told whole backstories that are not true at all. And they put those out there and it becomes a fantasy. So when it's time to create, they can't authentically create because they're not living in their truth of who they actually are. If that makes sense, y'all let me know. If it don't make sense, let me know. But that's just how it formulated in my head. So some of those people will hang around you to wait for your natural creativity because they're not living life as their natural selves. So they will sit there and wait for you to divulge what you're going to do so that they can jump off and go do it. And mind you, they're never going to actually execute it properly because that's not their original thought. That's not their natural creative process. That's not their natural, creation comes from a part of you. It's also metaphysical. So their spirit and their essence didn't go into that creation. So when they deliver it, it's not really their baby, it's a stolen baby. So it doesn't come across the baby. That baby don't look like you. That's what be happening. It looks bootleg, even though they may look like they're the first one to do it. It looks bootleg off the rip because it's not your actual creative process. None of your metaphysics went into that creative process. So you got to be careful of that. And when it comes to that, what you got to understand is sometimes we got to move in silence. And I know we get excited. I know we want to share with people. That's our natural instinct as humans, is to have human interaction. You want to feel that someone else understands your vision. Sometimes you want to do it because you want to make sure that you're on the right track. Or sometimes it's a matter of you want to do it, but you're not sure if you should go forward with it, or you're not even sure if you can pull it off. And sometimes you need a pat on the back of somebody to say, you can do that, and that's okay. And it's wonderful when we find those people, but we got to be careful because everybody ain't that. Everybody's not authentic. Everybody does not mean you well. And some people are just flat out enemies of progress. We're going to talk about them enemies of progress another day. DC says, but sometimes we know good and darn well that God did not mean for us to share something. If God wanted them to have it, he would have given it to them. And we know good and well and go running our mouth. That's true. It's that urge. And that's why I'm always talking about controlling ourselves and controlling our own narratives. You may get the urge to talk. Y'all know you can control yourself when you need to. When you on them clear people jobs and you get an urge to cuss somebody out, I bet you control yourself in because you know your rent due at the first of the month. So you have to treat your creativity just that seriously. You have to be just that serious about it. Okay. And Tammy McClure says there's power in moving in silence. That is so true. So those are things that I really wanted to point out on that note, sometimes move in silence, even though you want to say something because you are bursting at the seams. And I feel like that happens because, in the process of creativity, I call it being pregnant because you do become full. When that idea first comes to you, you don't have the urge at times to go running and saying something. You don't feel full with it yet. It's like when the idea first comes, it comes to you like a whisper or like a brief thought, a fleeting thought. And then before you know it, that brief thought, that fleeting thought turns into a whole sentence. And then it starts to pick up momentum in your mind and within your spirit, and you start to add things to it. And so once you added so much and you fleshed out this whole thought process, this whole creative process, what happens is you become full. And once you become full, you ready to give birth. You bursting at the seams. Those of us who are women, we know what it means to go into labor. When you become full and it's time for you to bring it on out, to come on out with it, you know what happens? The water breaks first. And so there's some seepage. Sometimes your water break and it's a deluge, okay? So we have to be aware that this is natural and don't fault yourself or blame yourself if you weren't able to control yourself. I'm all for self control, but be aware that sometimes you may not do the best at controlling yourself, and that's okay too. That's okay too if you don't do the best at controlling yourself. But when that happens, there's a recourse. So we'll talk about it. But be aware that seepage can happen, just like with them babies. Sometimes, y'all, seepage happens. So, but just be aware of it so you can kind of protect yourself from that. Hey, my love, y'all, my nephew is here. Love you, baby. So these are the things that we got to consider when it comes to dream feed. Some people are waiting for you to seep. Some people can see that you naturally create. Some people are natural creators. And if you are, don't be so modest that you're not being honest with yourself about who you are and what you bring to situations and relationships. Some people are only hanging around you because you naturally give birth to ideas that you naturally create. Some people create in their sleep. And so, with that being said, you have to recognize those people around you are doing that for a reason. They see what you bring to the table. And I keep telling y'all, burglars do not break into empty houses. It just doesn't work that way. So be careful of how you move, be careful how you share. And that's for the dream thieves. Um, I'm going to go ahead and deal with what you need to do about that when it happens. When that happens, do not stop your creative process and do not stop your delivery process. And the reason I say that is a lot of times, once we run into dream thieves, once we run into those people who don't mean us well, who are only hanging around to see what they can take from us, once they do it and they show their hand, a lot of times that makes us want to give up and say that I'm not going to go through this thing that I have gestated and incubated in my heart and in my belly. I'm going to just throw it by the wayside. Stop aborting your creative products. Stop aborting your creative babies, these babies that you have fostered and grown. Stop aborting them. And the reason I say abort because you were pregnant. You were ready to give birth. And instead of giving birth to your baby and nurturing your baby and growing your baby and seeing everything that your baby could be, you decide, and I'm speaking for me too, because I've done it. You decide to say, well, they stole it, they can have it. Why are you giving your child away to a mother that doesn't love it? Don't allow people to reap where they did not sow. Always understand that if it was your baby and you grew it, it looks like you. It doesn't matter if they steal it, if they try to recreate it or copy it. That baby ain't gonna never look like them because that's not their baby. It's gonna always look bootleg. I don't care if they release the idea 2 weeks or 2 months before you. When you do it, it's gonna come off authentically as you. If there's nothing that's gonna happen that's gonna make anybody believe, anybody with logic and common sense, and that does not have a room temperature IQ, nobody's gonna believe that you stole it from them. The things that are authentically you, They come natural to you. They look like you. They resemble you because that was your baby. You grew that. Your genetics, your metaphysics are a part of that creative process that gave birth to that idea. So stop aborting your creative babies, the babies that you make. Give birth to them, nurture them, watch them grow. Stop doing it. I don't care if they stole it. Always understand that they only stole part of it, because the part that you told them, I guarantee you didn't sit down and flesh out everything step by step with these people. Very seldom do we ever do that. Very seldom. Y'all hold on one second. I'm responding to somebody. Look like a little bit of an emergency. Y'all know I try to do 20 things at once. I think that's one thing all of y'all know about me. And that's why I be telling y'all, hold me accountable, because I will spread myself so thin I'll start to pop. Okay? But it is what it is. So be careful. Try not to leak. If you do leak and somebody steals part of, the information about your creative baby, don't throw the baby in the gutter. Don't just say, well, I give up. I'm not going to do it. That's foolishness. That's a trick of the enemy. And don't y'all fall for it, okay? The next thing that I want y'all to understand, oh my, okay. All right. So crisis averted. The other thing that I want you to understand, and I want us to look into, are dream killers. Dream killers come in a few forms, right? Some people will try to kill your dreams by trying to sabotage you, do things behind the scenes. They'll know that you're going to go talk to somebody, and to me, those are direct dream killers. Let me grab some of these comments, because I feel like y'all dropping stuff in here and I'm missing it. Jaded says, I used to have a lot of my ideas and concepts stolen because I get so excited about what I want to do. Thank you for the conversation. I'm glad it applies. I'm glad it applies to somebody, and it's not just me. DC says, and if you know you're a leaker, yes, I like that term, a leaker. Pray to God for some idea depends. I know that's right. It's okay. We all need help sometimes. Hey, look, depends undergarments have saved a lot of people's lives. Okay. Yes. Oh, it's the red lipstick hustler, Lily. Hey. Nicole says, wait, what you say, Nicole? Don't give your baby away to a mother who doesn't love them. It's the truth. Don't do it. Don't give your babies away. Don't give your babies away. Mm-hmm. So on to the dream killers. Some of them are direct. Some of them will directly try to stop your progress. Some people are true enemies of progress, and if for no other reason, just because they don't want to see you do well. They don't want to see you progress. Some people are so miserable, they only want to see you miserable. They want to see you forever pregnant and never put to bed. Okay? So those are the direct dream killers, the ones that will go and try to get you out of a job, the ones who will try to get you fired right when you let them know you're going to use the money from that job to fund your dream. The people who will go to a person who wants to give you an opportunity and say, "Oh no, don't use her. Don't use him," and start spreading all kind of slander and bull crap just to try to stop people from favoring you. The direct dream killers, even though it's jacked up, we can usually spot them more easily. But I want to really draw your attention to the dream killers that are not always so easy to identify. Some of the dream killers that we run into are family, their friends, and dare I say, we got some dream killers that actually don't even mean no harm. There are some dream killers who actually care about you, but because of their own failures, because of their own fears of rejection, because of their own fears about life, period, they will begin to speak death into your situation before you ever get going. They will begin to speak death into your situation before you ever get off the ground. They will sit there and literally tell you all the reasons why you can't do what you want to do. which is another reason why you got to be careful who you share your dreams with. Okay? You got to be careful. Oh, my brother's here. Hey, Paul. So the reality is they will sit there and while they're talking to you, you're telling them and you're excited. You're leaking, like DC say, you're a leaker. So you leaking, you can't hold it. All of this excitement is going on, and you want to tell them a little bit about what you want to do. And their first thing is, ain't nobody gonna support that. Ain't nobody gonna come to no store like that. Don't nobody want to watch no channel like that. I don't think that's gonna work. They will literally sit there, and these are the ones who love you now, and start to tell you all the reasons why you're going to fail before you ever try. And if you're not guarding yourself and paying attention to these behaviors and you don't recognize them as dream killers, you'll start to take that stuff in and internalize it. And before you know anything, they planted that seed. Now you start telling yourself, well, that ain't gonna work. That don't make sense. How would that work? Think about it in terms of pregnancy. Once you're already pregnant, you got to deliver, else you're gonna die. So why would you let somebody do the same thing when it comes to your creative baby? Why would you let them tell you all the reasons why your baby ain't gonna be nothing? If somebody walked up to you right now and you heavily pregnant, I mean heavily pregnant, ready to put to bed, and they come to you and they say, um, I don't know, that ain't gonna work. That baby ain't gonna be nothing. That baby gonna be sorry. That baby ain't gonna never amount to nothing. That baby ain't gonna respect you. That baby is gonna embarrass you. That baby gonna bring you shame. You may as well not have that baby. At that point, you heavily pregnant. There's no going back. And I want y'all to start treating your dreams the same way. Recognize this type of dream killer so that way you can recognize the behaviors and understand that when they plant those seeds, they may not mean any harm, but that doesn't mean that they're any less dangerous. Okay? 1 second, y'all. Okay, got it. Perfect. Queen Mermaid, girl, you done snuck one in on me. Thank you so much for the super chat. She says, I love listening to you speak. You dropped so many gems. I was late to the morning live, but I was in the bushes listening. You are insightful and selfless. Thank you for pushing past your insecurities because we need you. Thank you so much for being here. Thank y'all for being here and engaging with me because that helps. That helps a whole lot, and I appreciate y'all as much as y'all tell me y'all appreciate me. I appreciate you, and I need you all for your feedback and everything that you provide in the situation. Like it's everything. So recognize those types of dream killers, the friendly dream killers, the people that don't mean you any harm, but they haven't gotten past their own trauma, their own experiences, and now they're bringing that into your creative process. So be careful about allowing them in. But once they start to speak certain things that really are speaking death to a situation where life is needed, ooh, try not to yawn. What is that about? But make sure that you recognize what's happening, whether you let them know why you're saying what you're saying or not. Um, Tell yourself, hey, this is something that's going to kill my dream. This is something that I don't need to take in. Everything somebody brings to you, you don't have to ingest it. You don't have to make it a part of your process or make it a part of your story. Love my dogs too. Thank you so much for the super chat. Says some dream killers were parents back in the day that maybe didn't know better, couldn't use your creativity, just made you stay in school and go to church all the time. Well, I had some of those. That's okay. Like I always say, acknowledge what happened, but don't hold a grudge because understand a lot of times when it came to parents, they didn't know any better. They meant well. They meant well. And so those are the kind of things that we have to bear in mind that they didn't mean us harm at all. So let's not hold a grudge, but let's draw attention to it and make sure that we don't repeat those behaviors. And you're right. Sometimes parents would say, That's not gonna work. You can't make no money doing that. That don't even make no sense, because they didn't understand where you were coming from, and they didn't understand your creative process. And when we're younger, we don't know enough about life to be able to help ourselves in situations like that. But today is today. We can't help what happens while we're children, but now we all grown up in here. So today is today. Recognize those behaviors and defend yourself against it. When they start to do what they do and say the things that they say, understand where it's coming from, that maybe they failed in the past. Maybe they tried some stuff that people said it wasn't going to work, and then it actually failed. And guess what? Sometimes, y'all, when we try something, it's going to fail. But that's okay. Don't nothing be to fail but a try. There's no real failure until you stop trying. So take that into account. The third sort of dream killer I want to speak to are those people who plant seeds in your head and plant seeds in the heads of the people around you, but they do it intentionally. There are some people, y'all, who know exactly what they're doing. It's not unintentional. It's not inadvertent. It is not covert. It's overt. They know exactly what they're doing, and they're doing it with every intention. Some people will sit there and they will just speak nasty negativity. They will speak death and try to force it to happen just by the force of their words. See, sometimes good folks don't understand the power of their words, but there's a lot of very evil people who understand the power of their words, and they will direct their words as an assault against you, as an out and out assault against you. You'll be doing your thing, and this person will be sitting there smiling. Yeah. And as soon as you walk out the room, she ain't gonna have nothing. That ain't gonna work. It bet not work. I don't want it to work. This cannot happen. Some of them will go so far as to use diabolical means to bring you down and use their words that way. So there are some people who are intentional dream killers in that they know how to use those words to, pretend to be friend and plant seeds of doubt in your mind. And they're doing it intentionally. And then they will just start to speak out into the ether, all sorts of things to cause death to enter your situation where life is supposed to be taking place. And in a situation like that, when you don't see them, your only inoculation against that type of viral and disgusting person is to make sure that you plugged into your power source. Y'all know I'm always telling you, plug into your power source. Whoever you believe in, I know a man. Now, if you know him, cool. If you don't have nobody, I can introduce you to somebody. Okay, I know a guy. Like Denzel from that movie with Mark Wahlberg. He was Benny. I know a guy. I'm Shanitra. I know a guy. Okay, so plug into your power source. Stay connected. Stay prayerful. Meditate. Keep your mind sharp, because there are people who will do things like that. Jaded. Hold on. Let me see what Love My Dogs 2 said first, because y'all be saying so much. Says some folk will pray on you and not pray for you. You better say it. Jaded says sometimes our parents could have been envious of the talent. I ain't gonna say nothing, but you're right. They may have had the same ability, but they see your capacity is greater. That's true. That's true. And with stuff like that, I wonder if it's a matter of if they recognize that they have envy toward that. Because sometimes I think people can be envious and they not be fully aware of it. They may not be aware that they really are envious and they have resentment towards you. Even if it's not a greater capacity, sometimes they may envy the fact that you got the nerve to go out and do it. Maybe they never conquered their insecurities. And so they may really envy the fact that you had the nerve to say, insecurities or not, I'm in. And that's the other thing I want to put out there, because we talked about it this morning and it was a fun conversation. Everybody was cool. The reality is, get past your insecurities. I had to do it, and I encourage other people to do it. Do what you can, help yourself. Fatty back soup. Says happy Friday, our beautiful queens. Shanitra, love you. Sugar, I love you right back. So yeah, let's unpack what we just talked about so we can take our notes. I hope y'all be taking mental note. If you like me, you might be taking paper notes because I love notes. I got notebooks everywhere. It's real sad, okay? But in our mental notebook, the dream thieves and what to do about them, the dream killers and the different types of dream killers and what to do about them. And then I just want to let you know that even though these things are there and we draw attention to it, and I draw attention to things because I want you to be aware of it, and I want you to have a plan of action if you mess around and fall prey to these kind of people. Don't let them stop you. Don't let them, intimidate you. If they steal an idea, let them steal it. They only stole a part of it. You're the creator, so you got the whole blueprint. And for those dream killers, keep fighting. Don't give up. Don't throw out your baby. Jaja El Shabazz says, I think Gen X parents may hold resentment because they had to be a mule for survival and didn't have the gumption or will to use creativity as a means of success. It can happen, but let me tell you, as somebody who is a Gen X parent, I'm from Generation X, and I'm a mama. I'm a mama. Anna Amy, y'all know that. What I did was quite different. I made sure that my children were creative. I pushed and I fostered their creativity. Eva's in here. She can tell you I'm the crazy mama. I made them create. I used to make those children get up and just dance and tell them, let your body loose. Just let the music tell you what it wants your body to do. I would make them draw and paint and write. I wanted them to create, to give birth, and to become comfortable giving birth to ideas and new concepts, because I want them to be whole people. Because those of us who are Gen X, we weren't stuck on survival because usually our parents were pretty good at surviving. Let's be honest. We had some people that, from the previous generation that failed, but most of us had pretty stable parents. Even if it was a single parent home, those mamas held it down. And I mean really held it down. And those of us who had good daddies, they really held it down. But we had parents that came from a generation, yeah, them boomers. You right, boo, them boomers, because and that's exactly what it was. They were so accustomed to having to survive, and they only understood survival. They didn't understand mental health. They did not understand creativity. They understood survival. So there were a lot of talents that were lost in that generation. Like if you sit down and you talk with them, you're going to learn so much from them. You'd be surprised what those ladies and gentlemen from that set were good at. My mama was born in 1943, and she was like literally, had someone been able to pour into her and foster her creativity and push her, that lady would have gave Martha Stewart a run for her money. She honestly, and that's hands down, no joke. Great at entertaining, great at decorating, great homemaker. Like she could have made that into a business, dare I say, an empire. But the only thing that she knew that she could do with it, that she understood to do, was to be a mother and to teach us how to do certain things and how to entertain and how to be ladies and manners and etiquette and whatnot. So she did it, and she did it to death. And she loved to entertain and bring people into the home. And she would go so over the top with it because she was so pregnant with ideas, but no one fostered it. And so I remember saying to her one day, it was like, you left Vienna, Georgia, went all the way to New York City. Hey, Dorit, and you could have made money with your ideas. I said, you really missed it. And thank you so much, sis. I know a lot of y'all were, but there was a lot that were not. And I told her, I was like, you missed your calling. You could have been doing event planning, all kind of fabulous things. And the look on her face said it all to me. It said everything. Nobody even told her she could. Nobody pushed her to. People like, Lady Lindenberg, what is it? Is it Lady Lindenberg? I always mess your name up, but mother, we know you and we love you. So that was a situation where you went ahead and you did it. But ladies like my mama that really came out of the backwoods and the fields of Georgia, like they didn't understand that they could a lot of times. It wasn't even a possibility. So I know for her, watching me grow up, I was so different from her. I think, not think, I know I'm the youngest child in the family, and I'm the one who looks the most like her. But I had more ways like my father, and I would push the envelope. I would try things. I was daring. I never liked to be afraid of anything. So I would push and I would create and I would do things, and I didn't care what anyone thought. And that's a lot due to, home life and different things that were kind of dysfunctional there. It gave me a lot of nerve and a thick skin. So I didn't care about failing. I didn't care if I got bad criticism. It was like, I'm gonna try it anyway. If it don't work, it don't work. But with all of that being said, I understand that their focus was survival, and they didn't, creativity was not something that was always encouraged. So those of us who are here, like, I hope that all of us are encouraging our babies because they need us to encourage them. If we're their biggest cheerleader, the rest of the world telling them what they can't do, it won't have as much impact. And I think a lot of us that are my age and close to my age, that advanced 25, because I'm never going to say anything other than 25. We know what it's like to not have encouragement. And so dream killers really could prey on us a lot easier. And so we're raising children, and I hope we are being their biggest cheerleader. I hope we are pushing them. I hope we are telling them the real about life, because a lot of us have lived a lot of life. We didn't live like our mamas in sheltered situations, from our father's house to our husband's houses, and not really experiencing a lot else. A lot of us have lived enough that we can really tell these children the truth. You know what I'm saying? Essence says, my daughter likes to draw. I bought her crayons and paint. She still likes to draw, so I bought her a desk and a drawing tablet. Whether she pursues it as a profession or an outlet, it's an investment in her. Exactly. And that's how I want us to look at things like that. So be aware of the dream thieves, be aware of the dream killers. Um, if anybody wants to have anything to say about that, I'm gonna make sure that I got this link in there so that you can say something if you want to. And in the meanwhile, what I'm going to do is pull up our sister's information so that I can show her channel to you. And matter of fact, Katie, go ahead and grab that link and come up so we can close out our crown therapy for today if we don't have anybody who wants to share. Because if you want to share, I want to take time to do that. Crown therapy, I leave a larger window open for that. But if y'all don't, want to interact to get feedback on it, then I guess we could shut it down the same time as Crown Chats. Lady Linda Bird says the silent generation, 1928 to 1945, don't get us. I understand. I get it. My dad was born in 1929 and my mom was born in 1943. So they both of them fall into that. Um, I just took after my father. He was always a little bit of a renegade. Like, he ain't never do what people said he was supposed to do. Obstacles, limits didn't mean nothing. Like, that was I don't want to say too much when it comes to daddy because I get emotional. Y'all understand. But real talk, that was somebody with a third grade education that made a huge impact, not just on me, but on a whole lot of people. So, you know, I picked up that spirit from daddy. He was one of those people, like, if you told him he couldn't, he would show you 10 ways he could. And I did the same thing. Telling me I couldn't do something was a joke. Like, that was a guarantee that I was going to get it done. Wani says, I killed my own dreams thinking I couldn't make it with my illness. Oops, I'm sorry. But I learned, why is this thing irritating me? But I learned that you can follow your dreams no matter how old you get. That's right, honey. Where there's life, there's hope. If you breathe it's not a problem. I always know that. Lady Linda Bird says, I took after my dad also. I get it. Daddy's girls. That's right. Daddy's girls for life. Daddy's girls for life. Listen, I just love y'all today. Oh, Amani with dropping gems, honey. Don't let anyone put you in a box. You better not. You had better not. The lovely Sherry says, "Hi, Shanitra. I'm late, but I hit that thumbs up. You look beautiful with your crown. I hope y'all got y'all crowns on too, because this is Friday. This is Crown Therapy Day, so that means everybody should have on their pretty crowns, or your stilettos, or your glass of wine, or your pretty jewelry, or your makeup. You got that face beat, whatever makes you feel beautiful, so we can sit down and have conversations that will make us feel beautiful on the inside." Okay, Queen of C says she's a daddy's girl too. Honey, you can't, let me tell you, you can't mess with a daddy's girl. You can't play no daddy's girl. And you dang sure can't stop no daddy's girl. Okay? Essence says, fear, false evidence appearing real. Not all dream killers are out to hurt you. Some are just scared of your failure. But failure is learning ways not to do, not a testament that it cannot be done. Girl, you better say that. Oh, one more. Lapree's face says, I am one who had a lot of dreams, but life happened and I lived through my children. You know what? That's good too. That's always a beautiful thing. That's always beautiful when you live through them and help them and allow them to be themselves and to create and to grow, right? Hey, girl.
Hey, how's it going?
It is going wonderfully well. Are you ready to tell these people all about? Now, tell us how to say it. Is it Katie B or Cardi B?
It's Cotty.
All right. So you ready to tell these people about Cardi B?
I sure am.
Okay. Well, we're gonna show your highlight video first, so they can get an idea of what they'll be seeing over on your channel with your commentary, your personality, your flavor, your view, and how you do what you do. So let me see. You know I be struggling, but let me see if I can get myself together and not mess up. Because you know if anybody can mess up much, Shanitra can mess it up. Okay, y'all know the extent of my prowess is a sewing machine and a stove, and that's not a joke. That's real. So give me
Maybe
1 second.
pull it up too to share.
Okay, you know how to share on here?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, well put it in. Yeah, see that's my girl. Yeah, see that's why I love you. That's why I love you.
Go
I'm gonna
to.
keep reading comments until you do that. I don't want to miss nothing. Yeah, you go ahead and do your thing, and I'm gonna be reading what the people saying in the meanwhile. The world's greatest entertainer says, my godparents always want me to chase after my dreams, but I always have to back up. Don't get in your own way now. Toya says, think that the disconnect has a lot to do with women through time learning to put their mental health and themselves first. So many women don't put themselves and health first. It's essential. Okay, I'm gonna have to go get my ass checked. Evangelist and writer Valerie Robertson Smith says people will try to tell you that you cannot because they couldn't. Mm-hmm. What God has for you is yours. Faith is real. Step on it and go. I love it. You got it queued up?
Yes.
All right, y'all. I'm going to shut my big old mouth and I'm going to let y'all see what Cardi B has for you guys, okay? 1 minute.
Hey, everybody. Welcome to Cotty B. But that on a side note kind of makes me feel like Candy has some sort of a power over that production team or Bravo or something. Because who else can tell somebody if this person comes back, I'm walking? Usually a corporation will be like, just on GP. Okay, just on GP, the corporation would be like, okay, well, that bitch. We'll bring her back just to piss you off so you leave. And we won't even make her a peach holder. We'll just turn out and make her a friend. See, that's some stuff the corporations would do, just to let you know that they're the ones in charge and not you. So I find that whole situation to be extremely odd. And look, I don't know the inner workings of Bravo, but I feel like Nene was onto something. I don't know what went on over there. I don't know if Kandi is a tattletale. I will call it a tattletale and not what was named. But it's a weird dynamic, and I don't understand why Kandi seems to be the only one who can tell Bravo, if this happens, I'm leaving, and face no repercussions for it. Croy assaulted that cameraman, but did we hear anything about that? Was it any PSAs about that, how they did Monique? Was it any PSAs when Teresa shoved Andy down at the reunion? Just toppled him like a damn linebacker? Wasn't no PSAs about that? Wasn't no demotions, the way they demoted Portia? None of that. But people had the nerve talking about, well, I don't think that Nene's right about the racism. Do your eyes work? This is like a mastermind. If you ever know, people who are really good at manipulation will wind up everybody around them and then sit back and watch all the explosion happen while they sit there like, do you see? I'm innocent in all of this. These people are crazy. That's exactly what she's doing. But I don't think a lot of people are falling for that. But if you notice, she hasn't said anything. One or two things. There's been no yelling. Certainly nothing like how she did Players. I'm shaking. I don't know why you're shaking, but somebody go get her some seizure medication because I don't understand. Yes, because they're like, they are. You know what? And it's not just Fallon. Everyone in this situation is a liar. Fallon's a liar. Jalen's a liar. Portia's a liar. Simon's a liar. I mean, shit, they all should just get together and form one big giant lying orgy for all I give a shit. It's just ridiculous. I'm saying we usually make stories about things that we know. So for her to start with White Housewives, realize she wasn't getting any traction, and then move over to Black Housewives, it's crazy. The president been through a lot, and his life defends his family. Ain't nothing wrong with a man who defends his family. As I said, we need to work on the family structures in the Black community and in this country. I don't think this country necessarily values family and marriage the way that it should. Breastfeeding. Bam! Like, just show the damn titties already, because at this point, we all bored as shit. Like, you got all these women sitting at the table, and you talking about lick my nipple. What the fuck? And just, did anybody see Giselle? Because Giselle act like she done had a lot of practice licking on tiny nubs, whether it's a nipple or a clitoris, I don't know, but it just looked like she had a lot of experience in that area. Because you just don't get your tongue to go all, look, I ain't about to do it, but you just don't get your tongue to go all out that sucking on some dick. Now, I'm just saying, that's clearly nipple and clit. In a restless level. Oh, Pat. Sad note, I used to watch Days of Our Lives. And if you ever heard of the soap opera Passions, used to be my absolute favorite. So much so, I used to make my mom watch it for me while I was at school, because I was in high school. I used to make her watch it for me. Hey, Miss Marie, Passions was your show? Yes, yes. Oh my gosh. Hope you were Teresa and Ethan. Those were my couple, Teresa and Ethan. Yeah. Oh my God, you unlocked the memory. Yeah. Oh my God, all you guys used to watch Passions? Coffee Hook TV. Yes. I used to have my mom, I would tape it and I would have my mom watch it. So when I got home, she'd give me the cliff notes of what happened before I would watch it. Yes. And it becomes an issue because we've had a lot of issue with blackfishing. There has been a lot of people who were white hiding behind blackness, pretending to be black to infiltrate black media and then spin it for a negative. And it's kind of like what happened with, I don't know if you watched All About the Tea, the T.I. and Tiny situation. It was like a dog with a bone. she would not let it go. It was like every night for 2 weeks or something. It was psychotic. It was pretty crazy. And so everybody's like, well, who are you? Because first of all, if you're not of the community, it sort of looks like you're attacking the community, but you're outside, but we don't know. If you get what I'm trying to say. It's like a closet act. If you're not Black, but you're pretending to be Black in order to gain the trust of Black people, that's a problem. And until next time.
Okay. So, girl, that was entertaining, to say the least. That was very, very entertaining. I enjoyed it. Kari, make sure you open your mic back up. Listen, y'all can't tell me y'all did not enjoy her. She is funny. Listen, I'm still stuck on seizure medication. That's all I'm going to say. So she's giving y'all a quick preview of what you can expect when y'all take y'all hips over there to her channel. Kari, tell these people about you. Introduce yourself so they can get over there and subscribe so they don't miss out on what you got to offer.
Hey, I'm Kari, and my channel is called Kari B, and we do a lot of reviews about housewives and things like that. But I also want to talk about, as I stated in there, the state of Black people in this country, marriages. I want to talk about some real issues, but also talk about some of the mess of reality TV, like housewives. I do talk about Gossip Girl, but I know a lot of Black people don't watch Gossip Girl, and it's fine. But I do want to talk about some serious issues as well on my channel.
Okay. Well, listen, I'm so glad you came. You are the first official member of the royal family to take advantage of the Black Business Spotlight. I thank you for doing that and for introducing your business and your channel to the royal family. I'm expecting you all to do what you always do. Royal family has never disappointed me. Y'all show up and show out all the time. We support each other like nobody's business. So I'm expecting y'all to go and support our sister. Wani says she just subscribed. So I'm so happy to hear that. I'm very happy.
Drop the link too to make it easier. I'll pull it up right.
Yeah, listen, your family is showing up. They're in the chat letting us know that they have, they have gone to subscribe to your channel. So, but I do wanted to point out that this is what the Black Business Spotlight is all about. If you have a channel, get your butt in here and let's promote you. Let's let everybody introduce you to the people. No matter what type of business you have, let's go ahead and introduce you to the people. Let's make sure that we get you out front. We have got to change the narrative. This narrative that with crabs in a bucket is a lie, and we got to prove it. We got to prove to these people that they are lying on us. This nonsense about Black people don't support each other is a lie, and we're gonna prove them that they're a lie. We're gonna make them out of lie. That's what we over here in the royal family. I love it. I'm so excited. Gotti, I loved your presentation video. That was so awesome. It was unique, and I love the fact that we had an opportunity to see the funniest side of you. I wonder, am I frozen? Am I frozen? I don't know. I think it's just the audio messed up. Brown skin lady just told me the audio messed up. I hope it's back to normal. It started to storm over here, so I may have gotten myself into the weeds with the tech, but I hope I'm back. I think I'm back. Oh.
Thank you, everybody. Please come over and subscribe. I am so close to monetization. I have my watch time. I'm just a little shy of my subscribers. So I would really appreciate everybody. Thank you so much. I really, really appreciate it.
All right. Well, listen, guys, it's storming over here in Houston. It's It's crazy, child. You know, back in the day, Big Mama would make you turn off the lights and sit on the floor and quit talking because God was
That
talking. So
is true.
it's storming over here, and I can promise y'all, I'm not gonna sit on the floor or turn the lights off. But I think we're gonna get up off this live because I'm gonna let the storm do what it do, and we're gonna do what we do. But I just want to tell you guys, I thank y'all so much for being supportive, for being a good family unit. Thank you for being the village that I know you can be. Y'all, I thank y'all for supporting Cardi B and having her back and making sure that we go support in every black business that decides to come and show here. I want us to show the same love and support and continue to be that village that again I know we can be. Also, for those of you who are members, we gonna have us a members only stream tonight. It's going down. So we're gonna be up in there laughing, clowning, and cutting the food. Those of you who were there last time, y'all know what it do. We had fun up in there. We get a little naughty. We be clowning, talking about the YouTube drama, the TV drama, and everything else. Dr. EVA, I wanted to acknowledge you. How you doing? Thank you so much for stopping through. I really appreciate it. That is so awesome of you. So happy to see you. Listen, Dr. EVA is a wonderful lady. She's so knowledgeable, so approachable, so relatable. I can't say enough about her. You can't help but to love her. To know her is to love her. So y'all, let's all make sure we keep supporting each other. That members only stream tonight is going to be Ruby and Emerald crowns. So if you want to upgrade your crown, now would be a good time because we're going to be up in there. KB, that's what I was saying. Certain tiers, ruby and emerald crowns. So if you're a ruby or emerald, you already know what time it is. If you were considering upgrading your crown, this is a good time because it goes down in the members only. We have us a good time, and we almost got our movie night nailed down. Queen JC got my back on that one. So we almost got it nailed down. And we're gonna have movie night, honey. I hope that we will all be able to order our Uber Eats or make our little pickup orders, go get our chicken wings or whatever, so we can watch our movies together. We're gonna have some fun in the royal family. We're not gonna all be serious about everything all the time, and we're not gonna clown all the time. Balance is the key, and that's what we believe in. Also, let me tell y'all something else. Y'all know Stoner Gaming that be coming over here? Let me tell you, you do not want to sleep on Stoner Gaming. Stoner Gaming has done some wonderful graphics for me that I will be releasing and I'm going to start using. Also, oh my God, I'm so excited. That's all I can say. He has done so much. I love this child so much. Also gave us an official emblem for the Royal Snipers. Okay, so snipers, y'all got
Oh,
your own emblem, baby. Y'all got your own graphics, and I can guarantee you, I'm going to put some of the Royal Sniper emblems on some merch in our merchandise store to make sure that if you are a sniper and you want people to know that you're a sniper, that you can pick up your merch and you can represent. Oh, our cousin joined the royal family officially. Hey, Jaded. Y'all give him a royal family welcome. Y'all know he welcomed you anyway, but give him a royal family welcome since he is officially a royal family member. Regina Bradford says, Shanitra, can you do a follow up about that? Listen, we're going to talk about all that in the members only. So, if you happen to be a member or you not one and you want to become one, you might want to do it before this evening because we're going to be up in the members only talking about everything. It's going down. And the rule for the members only is if you ain't there, you just not gonna know what happened. Because once we come out, the video comes down. So you ain't got to worry about nobody going to join membership after the fact to jump in and hear what you said. If they wasn't there, then it wasn't for them. Okay? So that's it and that's all. I enjoyed it. Kati, thank you again so much. Girl, your presentation was entertaining. I am excited. I know I will be a regular on your channel and I hope the rest of you
thank
will
you.
too. And I will also be listing her in the description box where y'all see me list my sister channels and our family channels that we're supposed to support as a group. I'm going to list her as well. So if you come and you show your channel, we're going to add you to the list of channels that we need to support as our sister channels so that we can continue to build a good, strong network and association of Black creators here on YouTube. I don't care what your content is, you family, we love you and we want to support you. So come on over here to the Royal Family and get the support that you know you need and that we don't mind giving you. In the meanwhile, I enjoyed you, Royal Family. I hope y'all had a good time this crown therapy. I know I did. I appreciate you guys. Keep your mental notes about those dream thieves and dream killers. And I'm going to see y'all later on tonight on that members only. And tomorrow on the front porch, where we're going to have a good time gossiping, dragging, cutting up, and clowning, and celebrating my baby's birthday. All right. Bye, y'all.
Bye.